just passed the first rush, so he was a little close. I don't know.
This is unbelievable that somebody's coming like right at this apex of the game here. Wow. Sorry for doing that.
Got voice memos in the inbox.
Coach, would you like to do an opening statement? Just want to go straight to questions?
It was good coming home. It always is good to come home. I played my last high school basketball game in this building. So I have fond memories of Hinkle Fieldhouse from the time I was a freshman moving from East Chicago, Indiana, down here and going to Cathedral High School. So it's always special to have an opportunity to come back and play in a building that I have fond memories of, and also in front of family and friends. So it was good to bring my team here. I really think Butler is a great basketball team. They have an awesome future ahead of them as far as being in the Big East. I thought our guys played. We just couldn't make enough shots tonight. And I think Butler had had a little bit to do with that too. But it was a great experience for us for having 14 new guys. We're still trying to put it together, but we got a chance in the next month or so to do some good things in our league. And playing games like this can't do nothing but help us.
Questions? And microphone in the middle.
Just, obviously, talk about them just being a difficult team to play defensively. Obviously, they hold you guys to 41. Just what makes them just so difficult to deal with?
Well, they do everything right. They don't make any mistakes. They stay simple. They don't gamble a lot. They try their best to keep the ball out of the paint. They're right there on threes. They do two things right, really good. One, they defend the three. Two, they keep the ball out of the paint. They out-rebounded us by 7. And we held them to just 5 offensive rebounds. We had 6 offensive rebounds. We outscored them second chance points, only 5-3. So they did their job, and I think we did ours too. But they do a great job of that. And Butler has always kept it simple, and that's why this system is always competitive each and every year, because they very seldom ever do anything that they can't do. They stay basic and fundamentally sound, and when you do that and you add a couple pieces, a couple guys that can make shots, you always have a chance. And they always have a chance in every basketball game that they play.
Anything else for Coach? Thank you, Coach.
Appreciate it.
Start with the opening statement, then we'll take whatever questions you have.
So, I thought today, obviously, for us, coming after the last game, we had a couple good days, good solid days of practice, and appreciate everybody coming out. As always, like I said last Saturday, can't beat Saturday afternoon in Hinkle. Our guys were excited to get back out and see an opponent, and more so see each other. Kind of execute their roles and their jobs well. We had a lot of conversation about that over the past few days. So, knowing, Coach Wood's teams play very, very hard. They're scrappy. He's working with a ton of new guys together and trying to figure it out. And so, but the effort is there, and so we had to come out and match the effort. So we talked a lot about setting the tone, and I thought, the way we started the game, held them scoreless there for a while, set a pretty good tone while we were trying to, they had quick hands, and we were figuring out, how we could make passes and deliver and be able to execute offensively. So it was good, obviously, to get Derek out there, to get Marquise back in there, a couple guys that hadn't seen game minutes in a while. We got a ton of things to clean up. It's like, I give our guys credit, in-game adjustments. They were really good, and at halftime we got to come out better and then clean up the turnovers. But I thought our engagement level was pretty good for the most part. Still haven't put together a full 40, and that's the challenge for us each time out is keep getting better every day and see if we can find that moment where we put it all together on the same day.
Just getting Derek and Marquise, just what did you like about each of them? Basically, what do you think the value is just to get them back on the floor?
Yeah, it was just good to, obviously in Derek's case, he came here to contribute and had 1 year to do it, and been battling and had to, it takes a lot of mental toughness, emotional toughness to get through, if you're in his position, battling through it and getting back out there because he's so excited to be here and we're so excited to have him. So it was just great to, I told him there's no expectations, just want to get you out there and run up and down the court in a game. I can't tell you how long you're going to be out there, but it'd be fun to finally get you out there. And so I thought he did a great job of executing while he was out there, and a lot of the rust will come off as he continues to practice and get more practice mileage under his belt. Marquise, the same thing, no expectations. He did what Marquise does. He got three rebounds in 3 minutes. So it's just good to see him after what he's been through the last year and a half, battling to have that opportunity. So it was great to get him out there and have him run around and jump around and have his teammates cheer for him.
Your first game back, you got 10 minutes. Your first play, you had a charge on kind of a spin and a wraparound pass. Second possession, you missed an open putback and you kind of clapped your hands when you came back. And then the third possession, you kept it on the DHO, finished with the left. Getting those first 2 points on your third possession, what was going through your head at that moment?
Obviously, I was a little frustrated. First game back, and I had those 2 plays to start, but just keep my head and keep playing. I've been in college for feels like forever now, so I know that you can't let little things bother you. So it was nice just they kept coming. So finish the play.
You wore 2 knee braces and 2 bandages on your knees. Do you feel like you're back 100%, or when is that moment going to come?
Not quite yet. I feel healthy. I feel good, but I'm not back to where I was prior. So, it's just keep working. The more practice I've had, the more I felt the better I felt. So it's just working off the rust and getting my knees to feel better every day.
Is there impairment to both knees, or was just one knee bothering you all this time?
Yeah, it was both knees in 2 separate occasions. So this summer when I got here, I hurt one, and then right when I came back, I hurt the other one right before our exhibition games. Tried playing in both of them, couldn't really get in a rhythm, and it just kept getting worse. So at that point, we decided to go see a doctor and have it checked out.
Sounds like you feel like it was a smart decision just to pull back and wait till you felt a lot better before you could really try to make a contribution to this team.
I knew it wasn't going to get better until I took some time off. Been working with the training staff a lot, and just taking time really is what it's taken. So we figured it was better to happen early on than try to fight through it and miss games throughout the conference season.
You can't, by definition, you can't really quantify intangibles, but it seems like your team has a lot of them. Would you mind just addressing the stuff that doesn't go into the scorebook, maybe contributing to why you guys are so good this year?
Yeah, no question. I think there's a healthy amount of pride in the standard. Playing Butler basketball consistently, and we talk about that doesn't mean perfect, but excellence is you can't be consistent. You don't have to be perfect, And you take last game, Christian David plays, I forget how many minutes at Baylor, but he's plus 15 and he didn't take a shot. That's, he's doing his role at a high level, and that's what we need him to do and everybody else to do. And I think our leadership from peer to peer is at a high level. Derek obviously just getting here, but he's been in college basketball. But Henry Badley and Sean McDermott Kamar, our 3 seniors, Aaron, who's blogged a ton of meaningful minutes here. This group isn't afraid to hold each other accountable. They don't take it personal. They know the level that each of them have as teammates, and they challenge each other to do it every day. So I think that's where you get, and they accept coaching. And so that's the fun part for us, is a great group of guys, and there's a lot of love in the room. Nobody takes it personal, and we're just trying to get better every day.
About just what this team did defensively today.
Like you said, like Coach said, we came out and set a tone early. That's what we pride ourselves on defense end, just being together. So today, I think we did that. I think we held them to a healthy amount of one shot attempts. So I think we got them off the glass as well. We knew that they're coming in. They were a great offensive rebounding team. They had like 25 against Nebraska or something like that. And I think we focused on that. I think we did a good job of defensive rebounding today.
LaVall, was Kamar feeling okay today, or was he just a shooting, just kind of a encouraged to off shooting day? Because he had 5 assists in the first half as well.
Yeah, no, I think obviously he gets a lot of attention, and so I thought he just made grip basketball decisions. Some of the shots didn't fall. Missed a layup, missed a couple open threes, shots he normally makes. But I thought he just made the basketball play. He ends the game with 5 assists and 1 turnover, and I think his teammates were ready to finish plays, and that's part of what you get. They switched a lot of action, which takes away some things, kind of slowed us up. So we've got something to get better at, playing against teams that do that, and still keeping our pace. But I thought he played a really good floor game, and Kamar's a kid that wants to win, and he didn't force it and found open teammates.
You mentioned you slowed up. These last 2 games, the defense has been pretty magnificent. Offense hasn't played as it has sometimes this season. Is that just because the way the opponents were playing you, or is there any particular reason for it at all on offense?
Yeah, I think if we make a few layups and finish around the rim, and we got something to work on for us in practice. Obviously the Baylor game, we had some opportunities tonight, early especially. We had some opportunities to finish. They blocked a couple, and so for our guys to continue to work and get better at that. But credit to the other team as well. It's like it's not like I tell these guys, hey, the surgeons, they have to operate at a high level, but there's nobody trying to knock the scalpel out of their hands, right? So there's going to be resistance. There's going to be an opponent, and you got to be able to execute versus that opponent. But there's a lot of good coaches and a lot of good players that have good schemes, and so give them credit.
Aaron, Caleb Battle is regarded as a really great offensive player coming into college, but as one of the defensive leaders of this team, how would you quantify his growth on that end of the floor through the first few weeks of the season?
It was an adjustment period for him, just being able to learn the defensive scheme that we play, and just adjust to the speed of what guys are cutting and moving. But I think he's starting to get the hang of it. He's a great on-ball defender. Like he'll be one of the best on-ball defenders that we've seen here. Just by he moves his feet really well. Once he learns how to get his hands off and not put his hand in the cookie jar, I think he'll be really good defensively.
Coach or Aaron could address this on a day where Kamara was struggling a little bit. He had 11 different guys score and great balance, and a lot 6 or more. Is that just good to have a game like that though, where everybody's
no question. I think that's the beauty of this group, Team 122, and they talk about it amongst each other. There's everybody in there has the potential to have a night. It may be Derek, it may be Jordan, it may be Caleb jumping in, Aaron, and nobody cares as long as we're getting a great shot for Butler. Everybody has to be ready for their moment, and so that means you need to get in and do the work and equip yourself with the confidence and the skill so that when your time comes, you're ready. And nobody cares who scores. So we talk about moving the basketball. And there is no man. The man is the open man. So they look for each other. They share the ball. They stay connected. It's a fun group in that regard. And so it's fun to coach.
So Aaron, and actually in the efficiency rankings that, the computer-generated efficiency rankings, Butler actually very high nationally in offensive efficiency. I guess what do you mainly attributed that to? Because of the balance, or any maybe one or two things that you think is largely responsible for that?
I think we have a really unselfish group. I don't think, like Coach was saying, like nobody cares who takes a shot. So like if you get a good shot, somebody's open, and that's the right play, we're gonna make that play. I don't think anybody's trying to force anything this year. Like like Coach was saying, like Kamar, he wasn't trying to force anything. Like he made the right plays. Like if he wasn't open, he gave the ball up. Nobody has that thought that like one person has to take the shots or anything like that. We know who's gonna get the ball at certain times, but we have a very unselfish group, and I think that contributes a lot to the efficiency of our offense.
Helps to have a good point guard too.
Coach, you lose your first game of the season. It's really important to bounce back in the right way. Over the last 5 days since you lost the first game, how would you assess how your team has responded to that and sort of the cycle to the next game?
Yeah, that's a great question. I gave them credit at halftime tonight for their response. And I think that's, again, in peer-to-peer, they have to do it. We can challenge them all we want, but we're in suits and ties, and they're in the jerseys, and they have to do it. They scored. I think we held them to 0 for a while, then they scored. Challenged the next group to do it, and then they ran off like 10 straight, and they got to 13. We talked about it. They responded, and they're going to halftime with 16. So each and every moment that these guys have had the opportunity to respond, they have. Baylor first half wasn't the best version of us. They responded at halftime, and we gave ourselves a chance. So that credit goes to these guys. We got a tough group, and they're not afraid to be held accountable to the standard. So they've responded.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.